Relaxing between sessions today. Hey, it's Brian Kirchoff. This is the Voiceover page, and it's a busy day today. Had something come up earlier I thought I'd talk about for a little bit here before I jump back into my next session. And it was a directed session with a neophyte, meaning someone who's never directed a session before. You know, in this day and age, with work coming from all over the place, not just ad agencies and radio and TV outlets anymore, regular businesses will hire you directly from one of the pay-to-play sites like Voice123 and Voices.com, and sometimes they want to be on the phone with you as you record, and that's totally cool. In fact, I think it should happen a lot more often. I think it makes our jobs easier, and it gives us an opportunity to connect with our clients more instead of, kind of how the way business is these days, where you get an email and gee, there's the work, and you record it and you zip it back off, and there's really no interaction between you and the customer. Well, today I was working with a brand new client, and they had never directed anyone, any voiceover talent before for any sort of a session like this, so you could tell. And when these kind of things come up, and they're going to come up pretty regularly for you in this day and age, you want to try and put your customer at ease. You want to have the communication between you and this new person to be, as clear and concise as possible. While you want to come across, the voiceover artist wants to come across as the expert, you're also kind of a hand holder here. I took the opportunity to get to know this customer a little bit before we recorded. There was a little small talk. We talked about where they are, where I am. We talked about weather. We talked about sports teams, just whatever you can do to kind of get the customer at ease. And then we went over the first 4 or 5 lines of the script, and I read them repeatedly until we got just the right pace, just the right feel, just the right attitude, just the right amount of smiliness into this read. And I talked a little bit about how I handle when I make a mistake. It varies depending typically on what the customer wants, but since this customer had no experience, I just said, I'll usually just back up a few words and pick up where I know I can make a good edit. If you're not comfortable with that, I can go back to the beginning of the sentence or maybe the beginning of the paragraph, and they were cool with my usual way of going about it. But either way, the rapport that I set up between me and this new customer, it was great. They were nervous at first, but they really got comfortable with the situation, and I'd like to attribute it to the fact that I recognized that right off the bat, and it was important that I put them at ease. And the session went real well, and hopefully we made a connection and we'll get more work together. It's Brian Kirchoff. This is the Voiceover page, and it's time for me to get back to work. We'll talk again real soon. See you.